What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another edition of me informing you about the gimmicks of the beauty world. So yeah, today I'll be giving you some more gimmicks that I think are just cash grabs. These were, in my opinion, created just to make you feel like you needed something else that you really don't. Think about it, there really is a limit. Like, there's a stopping point on how much we use and how much we buy and what we feel we need. In today's world, the beauty industry is bigger than it has ever been before, and you have more people interested in beauty stuff than ever before. So, I mean, it's obvious they're gonna keep coming out with products to make us feel like we need more because it works. So before we get started, if you like videos like this where it's a little more sassy, a little more on the like buyer beware side, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I can also do more gimmick videos like this. Well, there's so many gimmicks out there. Subscribe to my channel and join my family. I would love to have you here, and make sure you have that bell on so that you never miss an upload from me. And once again, if you're someone that is subscribed and you also have your bell on and you're still not seeing me in your news feed, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then click the bell again, and I've heard that that resets it. So without further ado, here are a few beauty gimmicks I've come up with that you really don't need. So gimmick number one is a true blue gimmick. Like, there is no argument that this isn't a gimmick, and that is men's skincare. Men's skincare appeals to men on two different levels. Number one, it appeals to the lazy man, and also it appeals to the macho man. Because a man can't use women's skincare. That's just way too girly. And this is a problem not only with the industry, but it's a problem with men. Now, there are some people that will argue that men's skin is different than women's skin and it needs to be treated differently. No, it absolutely does not. The only proven difference between a man's skin versus a woman's skin is that men's skin is about 25% thicker and they produce more collagen. But does that mean that they need a new moisturizer or a new cleanser separate from a woman's? No. The ingredients are no different. So if you're appealing to men based on the fact that their skin is thicker and it produces more collagen, which really doesn't make a big difference, why are the ingredients the exact same? It's so funny because it's such an obvious gimmick. Like, the way they market it to a man, it's so obvious. Like, it's always like a neutral color, like black or brown or like a navy blue or gray, like something, you know, masculine. And then they always put in such a heavy fragrance. Like, they don't put in floral fragrances or, you know, sweet fragrances in a man's skincare. They put in like a musky smell, like a cologne scent, even though fragrance is so bad. But they always go so basic with men's skincare because men are so lazy. Like, there are very few men that have a focus on skincare. Like, they actually care about their skin, which is so stupid. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be 40 years old and look like I'm with a man that's like 80. Gimmick number two is very relevant to us now, and that is holiday gift sets. They're so tempting, but don't fall for it. You're not gonna see all these products being used for very long. Like, after the holidays, it's on to the next. You may be tempted to buy these things, and you know, you may not be swayed by what people review and like the new and trendy products that come out, but a lot of people are. And if someone in a video isn't using it, then you're probably gonna be less likely to use it. Like, you're probably gonna just put it in the back of your drawer and you're gonna forget about it. That's what I normally do. Most of the time you're buying the gift set for like one thing. You know, it seems like a very good deal because you're getting that one thing that maybe you usually buy. Like, I know I've seen a lot of Too Faced sets where they have like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and then they'll have a few other odds and ends that are, you know, more holiday oriented. So a lot of people look at that and think, well, I usually buy the Better Than Sex mascara and I'm gonna have to repurchase it soon anyway, so I'll just get the entire set. It's a good deal. And it's the same with things that are on sale. Like, you know, a lot of times I'll see a sale and it's just like, oh, that's a really good deal. Like, that mascara that I normally don't buy is half off. I'm gonna get it. But it's like, would I buy it if it weren't half off? Like, am I just buying it because it's a good deal? So I think something that we need to ask ourselves whenever it comes to these holiday sets in particular is, would you use every single thing in that? And would you use it for a long period of time? And if the answer is no to that, then you should probably say it's a pass. Gimmick number three are low or light coverage, high-end foundation type products. So expensive light coverage foundations or tinted moisturizers. Why do we do this to ourselves? I was actually thinking about this one the other day when it comes to tinted moisturizers. Why do we buy tinted moisturizers? Why don't we just mix our foundations in with moisturizers to thin them out? It's the exact same thing. It's such a gimmick. And you could argue, well, you know, they're higher quality ingredients. They're non-irritating. They're made better than drugstore products, or they sit better on the skin. There are so many foundations out there nowadays. There's really no excuse anymore. There are some people that understand buying expensive things because, you know, their skin's super sensitive and they just can't wear drugstore products because of the ingredients. But, you know, the whole high-end products are made better, like they're made so much more high quality than cheaper ones. I just don't really believe that argument. You know, most of these expensive brands are made in the exact same place where you buy your L'Oreal foundation or your Maybelline foundation or Wet n Wild, you know? So to me, to go out and spend a lot of money on a super low coverage foundation or like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream type product, it's such an unnecessary thing. Gimmick number 4 to me, and this is one that is a little bit more personal preference, but that is like weird shaped packaging, especially when it comes to palettes. Unicorn palettes, or pretty much any kind of palette that's more cutesy. And the reason I think this is happening is because I think that younger kids and like younger teenagers are getting into makeup more than what they used to. Because you didn't used to see packaging like this stupid Tarte Be a Mermaid and Make Waves eyeshadow palette or this Too Faced Watermelon Slice eyeshadow palette. I'll put up a couple more. You didn't used to see stuff like this unless it was in Claire's, right? Because adult women didn't go into Claire's to get makeup. Like, you're seeing it now because you've got YouTubers like James Charles and Jeffree Star and, like, you know, these really big YouTube channels that, you know, they just appeal to younger people. Like, James Charles's audience is pretty much comprised of 14-year-old little girls. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the packaging police. Like, I'm not completely against cute packaging, but whenever the focus is more on the outer packaging instead of the quality of the product or like what it actually looks like on the inside, that's what tells me as a mature adult that that's consumerism at its best. I'm all about how something is arranged. I've seen so many palettes that have a lot of potential. They have really pretty shades in them, but they're not laid out the way that I can envision something. Like, they're just not aesthetically pleasing to my eye. I'm telling you, working at a makeup retailer, like, it blows your mind whenever you see young kids coming in there buying makeup, especially when, like, they're going over to the high-end side. Like, they're going over to the prestige cosmetics. Like, they're not buying just Maybelline and Essence and Catrice and Wet n Wild. They're buying Tarte and Too Faced and Urban Decay, like all these expensive brands that I didn't even know about until I was like 16 years old. And don't get me wrong, there are some adults, like I'm sure some of you guys are guilty of doing this, like there are some adults that get suckered into this cute packaging as well, because I think that we all want to relive our childhood. Like, we all want to go back to the good times where we didn't have responsibilities and it was just more innocent. Like, it was easier back then. And I think that we all kind of hold on to things that we used to love as a kid. So I think these brands also know that. Like, they know that people love nostalgia. So yeah, these brands just need to stick to just the basic rectangle or square packaging. Leave it at that. Stop trying to be cutesy. Stop trying to appeal to us on like a kid level. Just do the basics, please, for God's sake. And then gimmick number 5 is free shipping with a minimum of blah, blah, blah order. Have you ever been on a website where you only want a couple of things and it came to $15, but in order to get free shipping, you have to spend $30. Do you spend $15 more on product, or do you just say, hell, I'll just pay $8 in shipping? You spend $15 more in product and say, to hell with shipping. It really makes no sense to do this, but this is why they do it, because we can't rationalize just throwing our money away for shipping. It's ridiculous. I just can't bring myself to do it. And for whatever reason, I'm willing to spend 2 or 3 times more than what I was just coming there for, just so I don't have to pay shipping. And I'll give you a clear-cut example. This is what inspired me to put this on this list anyway. So the other day I was on a website. I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is. I have no secrets. I was on Sigma's website, right? I've been eyeballing the Enchanted palette for a while. Like, I think it is so beautiful. At some point, I'm gonna get it. And I was gonna get it. Like, I want to see how much it would cost with like a discount code and all that. But then I realized it's $49 and they don't offer free shipping unless you spend $50. They couldn't have raised the price of that palette $1. That's how you know when you found a clear-cut gimmick. It persuades you, it influences you to spend more than what you would normally do. That is greedy. So that is it for a few gimmicks that I've come across in the beauty industry that are so totally unnecessary, and they're such cash grabs. So let's start a little discussion. In the comments below, let me know what gimmicks that you come across. It can be anything. And also let me know about what you think about what I said today. Like, do you think what I talked about are gimmicks, or do you think there's a purpose for them in the beauty world? So yeah, leave it down there. And if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found it entertaining and insightful. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, and I will see you guys on the next one.